The corporation that will handle the controversial Maharlika Investment Fund will be ready to operate before the end of the year. A Muntinlupa court has yet to hand out its ruling on the petition for bail of former Senator Laila De Lima. The Transportation Department says that the country's premier airport is on track for privatization. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Finance Secretary Benjamin Diokno sees the Maharlika Fund to be fully operational by the end of the year. In a report by Business World, Diokno says that they are preparing the implementing rules and regulations of the measure and are on the lookout for managers of what will now be known as the Maharlika Investment Corporation. President Bongbong Marcos is expected to sign the Senate's version of the fund before his State of the Nation address on July 24. And reports likewise quoted the finance chief as saying that government financial institutions or GFIs can still fund projects under the Maharlika Investment Corporation or MIC. While Congress has removed GFIs as funding sources for the Maharlika Fund, Secretary Diokno said that the GSIS and SSS can still invest in the MIC, but only on the project level and not through equity. Meantime, the Treasury Bureau assures that there will be transparency in the use of the new fund.
Marami pong tinatawag na safeguards to be able to protect public money. Unang-una po, meron po dyan mga audits. Meron na po tayong alam natin, magiging under po ito ng COA, at meron pa po dun sa internal auditor na dapat po that would be looking over and conducting regular audits. Meron din po tayong external auditor.
For its part, the Budget Department is expecting the Maharlika Fund to expedite the allocation of funding for government projects.
Less fiscal pressures, less need for the national government to spend on these kinds of infrastructure. And that means meron tayong more fiscal space, meaning yung natitirang pera or resources ng gobyerno, mas maibibigay natin dun sa missionary areas. Yun po ang inaasahang direct and indirect effects ng pagkakaroon ng Maharlika Fund.
In other news, the Social Welfare Department is requiring beneficiaries of its planned food stamp project to join job-generating programs of the government. DSWD Undersecretary Edu Punay sees this as a way to end the culture of dependency. Nevertheless, Yusek Punay says that the DSWD will subsidize the daily allowance for food and transportation of beneficiaries while they search for jobs. The proposed food stamp project is seen to benefit some 1 million households who identify as food poor or those who cannot afford to eat more than one meal per day. Qualified beneficiaries will be required to present education and skill certificates when claiming their food stamps.
Of course, walang forever po, di ba? Dahil ayaw natin na sa forever sa ayuda. Hindi po sa limited resources po ang gobyerno natin, kaya kailangan we maximize.
And the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court has not yet released a resolution on former Senator Laila De Lima's bail petition. The hearing into the remaining drug case against De Lima continued today. Her lawyer, Attorney Bonnie Tacardon, said that the judge in charge of De Lima's case will release the bail resolution very soon, before or after the next hearing scheduled for June 19. For its part, prosecutors claim that they have 20 remaining witnesses on De Lima's case. We're bringing you more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The government is on track with its plan to privatize the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. The Transportation Department and the Manila International Airport Authority have already submitted a joint proposal for the NAIA upgrade. This is for the solicited Public-Private Partnership project that is awaiting approval of the National Economic Development Authority, or NEDA. MIAA officer in charge, Brian Koch, clarified that privatizing the NAIA does not mean that the government cannot improve the airport on its own.
What we're saying is that, of course, the private sector is showing interest to help the government develop or improve our airport. We've seen that in Mactan, we've seen that in Clark, diba? So I think that also based on that directive, the president, that meron tayo, tingnan natin yung privatization as a way to improve NAIA, diba? So tinitingnan natin yun, although of course the government is doing everything naman.
And AirAsia Philippines is seeing brisk business on the back of sustained revenge travel across the ASEAN region. Kathy Yang spoke with co-founder Tony Fernandez as he landed in Manila, his first since the pandemic. The details in this report.
Capital A CEO and AirAsia co-founder Tony Fernandez is in Manila to meet with government officials and industry stakeholders. This as the airline group looks to bolster their investments in the region, maximizing on the trend of post-pandemic revenge travel.
Travel is number one discretionary spend right now, more than clothes, more than food, to be honest. I mean, I think people would rather go to Puerto Princesa than have a nice meal.
In the Philippines, however, Fernandez notes several challenges holding us back from reaching the same level of revenge travel seen in neighboring countries.
Philippines can be like Thailand. This is probably the most beautiful country in ASEAN and has amazing people and amazing diversity, you know. But what's held it back? Infrastructure. This country needs more public transport.
Fernandez says AirAsia is not personally looking to owning infrastructure in the Philippines. After all, he has his hands full with the super app AirAsia will be launching in the Philippines soon.
We can go build a travel agency. We can go and do ride hailing. So we went and built a super app. The financial data we had, we can create loans.
For now, Fernandez has lined up meetings with local stakeholders to encourage them to deliver the kind of infrastructure the country needs to hit its tourist arrival targets.
Investment has to come. And I firmly believe if you build it, it will come. I have absolutely no doubt. And if I ever had a doubt, arriving yesterday from Seoul, it gave me, you know, as I said, look, I'm one of those unique people that can leave the music business and start up an airline with no experience, right? So I'm really someone who goes on gut. And arriving here, this is a country that's ready to explode, given the chance.
And here is the latest in local entertainment. TV host Tony Gonzaga was blooming in a baby shower organized by friends. Among the guests were First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos and her son Sandro, and several other politicians and celebrities. This is baby number 2 for Gonzaga and her husband Paul Soriano, who is also the presidential advisor for creative communications. Actress Angelica Panganiban and her fiancé Greg Homan are getting married early next year. In their latest vlog, the couple did not disclose the wedding's exact date, saying only family and close friends know about it. The partners known in their vlog as the Homans have an 8-month-old daughter named Amila Sabine. And noontime show Eat Bulaga introduces its new host. A live episode this afternoon featured Paulo Contis, Betong Sumaya, Buboy Villar, Alexa Miro, and Cassie and Mavi Legaspi. This is after main hosts TVJ, or Tito and Vic Soto, and Joey De Leon announced their departure from Tape Incorporated after more than 40 years. TVJ's co-hosts have also bowed out of the country's longest-running noontime show. One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News. All sides, all the time.
Stay updated and be